Everyone that wants to be rich thinks that earning more money is what's going to allow for them to have financial independence. But that is actually the very last step. And this is one belief that many people have to get rid of because it's actually what's keeping them stuck. My name is Matthew, and I currently work as an engineer. And for many years, I thought that as long as I earned more money, continued to chase a bigger paycheck, that I was going to become financially independent. That was until I discovered this one secret, and that is that the rich don't get richer just by earning more money, but they get richer by managing their money. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I was able to get control of my finances and have more financial peace. Now, when it comes to understanding your money and being able to manage your money, many people talk about the 50-30-20 rule or the 15-65-20 rule, but those didn't necessarily work for me. And that's not to say that they don't work. However, I found something that was a lot more manageable that allowed for me to still have that financial independence mindset while having control of my finances. And there are 6 steps to this system. The first thing is you have to track your money. If you do not track your money, you're not going to be able to grow money, and you're also not going to be able to become rich. And this is really the first principle that many rich people and many wealthy people go down, is they focus on tracking their money. So how is it that they track their money? Well, the first thing is they pay a tithe/charity. One of the secrets that I found out is that many rich and wealthy people are actually very generous. They give a tithe to a church, they give their charity or to a charity. And for me personally, I tithe to my church, and I just believe that that's my responsibility as a believer. And so that's what I do, and I tithe. So how much is it that I tithe? Well, it is 10%. So let's just say that for this example, let's say that I earned $1,000. So if I earned $1,000 and I'm going to tithe 10%, that's going to be $100 that's going to go in this specific area. Now for number 2, it is very important that you focus on this particular area because so many people are going above and beyond what they are able to do, and that is what's keeping them stuck. And that is living. Your living expenses should only be 50%. If you're currently not able to live off 50% of your income, that's okay. When I first started this system, I wasn't there, and I will show you at the end of this video how you can get started with this system, even if you're not at 50% yet. The next thing is we have to talk about saving. Now, if you're anything like me, maybe your parents told you, hey, make sure you save money for a rainy day, and you just thought, I don't want to save money. I got this money now, I want to spend it now. But when it comes to wanting to become wealthy, to have riches, you're going to have to save money. Why is it important to save money? It's important to save money because you never know what is going to happen in life, and you want to always have something set aside for just in case, so for an emergency. And for this particular area, you want to put 10%. So with this $1,000, 50%, we have $500 here. We have the 10% for the tithe, and that's 100. And for the saving, we have 10%, so that's another 100. If you have your money sitting in a bank, which many people put their money in the bank because of the safety, and that's how they're able to save, and they can get quick access to it. But if you really want to start beating inflation, if you want to start beating some of the tax rates that are going up, you have to start investing. Now, when I first got started investing, I was like, look, I don't want to put any money over here because I don't want to lose any money. And that is because I thought that investing meant I had to put hundreds of thousands of dollars at one specific time. But what really happens is you want to start small, and it's always best to start small because as your income increases, then you are able to increase your savings, you are able to increase your investing, and as long as you continue to put little by little, you are going to have a lot more money in the long term. So when it comes to investing, you want to put 10%. So that would be $100 from that 1,000. Now, moving on to number five. Number five is very important. And this is how you're going to be able to know, hey, what is it that I should invest in? Where should I really be putting my money? And it's going to be different for everybody. But you want to put money towards educating yourself. Now, when it comes to educating yourself, I'm not talking about going to school, going to college, going back to college. I'm talking about learning a skill set. I'm talking about learning how money actually works, learning how you can market or even earn more money. And the way that you do that, you put 10% over here. That could be purchasing a book. That could be purchasing a course. That could be going to a seminar or a 3-day challenge or a 5-day challenge or a 30-day challenge. Educating yourself is learning a skill set. It's not necessarily going back to school. And many people get confused with this. And even I got confused with this. And I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I graduated. I do not want to go back. But once I started to understand the difference between going to school and educating myself, I started to really enjoy this. And honestly, I started to collect a lot of books. So 10% you want to go here. So that would be another $100. Now, this very last one happens to be my favorite. And I never knew about this until I read this book, From the Trashman to the Cashman, How Anyone Can Get Rich from Starting from Anywhere by Myron. And that's how I discovered this system and how it's actually helped me. And so many people go throughout their lives. Maybe even you are going throughout your life and you're like, man, every time I hear about managing money, it always seems like I can't enjoy life. And I thought that as well until I found this system. And for number 6, you want to have fun. Now, what exactly does having fun mean? Maybe you like to go out to eat. Maybe you like to go get your feet done or go get your nails done. Maybe you like to go on trips. Maybe you like to go to the movies. Maybe you like to just go to museums. Whatever having fun is for you, that's what you want to spend money on. And there's $100 here. So if you were to make $1,000, we split all of this up and you have 10% in 5 different categories. Then you have 50% living. And this is how I started to split up my money every time I got paid or every time I have any type of income coming in. And that allowed for me to start having more financial peace. Now, I already know the question that you're probably thinking. You're like, well, Matthew, right now, I can't live off 50% of my income. I'm more so living off 70% of my income. Well, if that is true and you are living off of 70% of your income, which is how I started, what you want to do is you want to take 5% from each one of these. So 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%. Now, instead of it being $100, now it's going to be a lot less, and that is okay. You know what your goal is. Your goal is to get to the point of having you living off 50% of your income. Now, for me, what did that require? It required me getting uncomfortable. And what I mean by getting uncomfortable is I was living in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and I was paying about $2,200 a month in rent. Well, what I decided to do, because I wanted to get my living expenses under control and have my more financial peace, I said, look, I have to downgrade. So I decided to downgrade. I went from a 3-2 to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and that allowed for me to immediately save $600. Now, you might be thinking, how are you able to save $600? Well, for one, my rent dropped. My rent dropped $500. And because I didn't have such a huge space, now I was able to save money on my utility bill. And that is where I was able to save that extra $100. So if you are currently struggling right now, if you do not have the financial peace that you desire to have, I want to encourage you to start managing your money, utilizing this formula, and that's how you're going to be able to gain financial peace. Now, if you would like to learn more about how to become more financially savvy, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you would also like to learn more of the principles of finances, you can click the link down in my description below, and get a copy of From the Trashman to the Cashman, How Anyone Can Get Rich Started from Anywhere. Thanks for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next video.